Amelia's still missing. What is going through Dan and Kerry's heads at this time?
Go on.
We're utterly distraught, aren't we?
We are. Yeah, we're worried. Obviously, at first you hope that it's one of those on a whim, one night things, and it's turned into a 2, 3, 4 week disappearance with no clues as to where she is. But then things start to unfold and suspicions start rising, and we're just in a very dark place at the minute.
Because we have no idea at first. It's just there is no clue to where she's gone or why she's gone.
Not in the beginning,
initially, but then things start to unravel with somebody.
Speaking of which, you are looking awfully shifty in the middle there, so it does. It's starting to look a lot like Daz might be involved in this. Obviously, we can't reveal whether he is or not, but what's going through his mind at the moment, and how would Dan and Kerry react if it did turn out to be Daz?
Well, he's tried really hard to work his way back into the family and into the village, and he's been doing really well. I think at this given point, while all eyes are on him, he's realised that he could have possibly made a huge mistake if he was guilty, and if he's not, then he's definitely very, very panicky about how he's going to lose out on this very cushy situation he's in at the moment.
Well, yeah, 'cause
he's also very upset because Amelia is very close to him, and he loves this family and how they look after each other.
But we've got to a good place. The family's become a unit. You've got a girlfriend that's my friend, and I think because you've got form as well, it's easy for people to start thinking.
Especially for Dan, because they've had a lifetime of good days and bad days,
Kerry actually, when people get suspicious that it might be Daz, Kerry's the one that's sort of sticking up for him, I think, and hopeful that he wouldn't be involved because she's the one that brought him back to the village, and that would mean that she had some responsibility. But I think your character, if you don't mind me speaking,
you carry on. Go on.
You feel like it's probably inclined to be the truth that he might have taken her, aren't you?
He certainly thinks he's got some sort of involvement. I think Dan always wants to try and think the best of Daz, but invariably thinks the worst.
Right.
He's got form, yeah.
Yeah, the guy's got form. Yeah, he's a bad un.
And he does continue to be shifty throughout it, whether he's guilty or not.
Yeah.
And you guys are known for your comedy storylines. You're always making the audience laugh. It's but this is something completely different for you. It's a bit of a darker edge. Were you quite glad? It's a bit of a gift of a story, really. That it's something that you can really get your teeth into.
It's a brilliant story, and I think the audience will hook onto it because a missing child. It's massive, isn't it?
It's very
huge.
different, and it's got so many different layers as well. There's so many different twists and turns, and I appreciate that the audience will be devoting what they think, who they should hate or what's happened,
whose side they're on.
But then it changes.
Love the fact it's gone from that. It was just like a who's the daddy storyline,
and the pain.
But it's so much more than that. It kind of just goes off into.
But the pain of not knowing where a child is, if they're hurt or not, if they're safe or not. I think everybody can relate to that, whether they've got children or not.
It's bad enough if your kid goes missing for 10-15 minutes, but when it's weeks, I mean...
It has been nice to do something completely different, though. We've been really busy. The writing's been brilliant. We've had some great two-handers. We've had some good four-handers with Samantha, who plays Bernice.
Yeah. Sam's fabulous.
So ideally you would like to keep this, obviously, because this is something that could tear this family apart completely forever. So as actors you'd like to keep it together, but that might not be possible, might it not?
Well, whichever direction it ends up going, there's one thing for sure, that we do know that we've come out of this showing different sides to each of the characters.
Yeah.
And there's a maturity now that I think the Spencers have been seen to had, and as much as they've been known in the past to make people laugh and giggle, I think there's going to be a deep sympathy for the
very
journey
real
that they've
characters.
taken.
Yeah. And the family unit, it works. You can really see who that family are now. I think that we've all been together.
We've got a good idea of who we are now as characters. Do you know what I mean? The history that's come from it and where it could go to.
I've known for years.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
It just kind of expands itself and goes off.
Yeah, it's just a deep
But
level,
it inspires us to where things could go, and it's been great. It's been really exciting.
It's really exciting. Well, thank you so much for giving us all that. Thank you.